Today, our topic is how to balance ambition and contentment. Life is a journey filled with ups and downs, and one of the greatest challenges we face is finding the balance between wanting more and being happy with what we have. On one hand, ambition pushes us to grow, achieve, and reach for our dreams. On the other hand, contentment allows us to appreciate the present moment and find peace in where we are. Both are important, but finding the right balance between them is not easy. If we are too ambitious, we may never feel satisfied, always chasing the next goal. If we are too content, we may stop growing and miss opportunities to improve ourselves and our lives. So, how do we find this balance? Let's explore this question together. Ambition is like a fire inside us. It drives us to work hard, set goals, and achieve great things. Without ambition, we might not have the motivation to improve our lives, learn new skills, or make a difference in the world. Ambition is what pushes scientists to discover cures, artists to create masterpieces, and entrepreneurs to build businesses. It is a powerful force, and when used wisely, it can lead to incredible achievements. However, ambition can also become a double-edged sword. If we are not careful, it can consume us. We may start to measure our worth by our success, constantly comparing ourselves to others and feeling like we are never good enough. This can lead to stress, burnout, and even unhappiness. The key is to channel our ambition in a healthy way, using it as a tool for growth rather than a source of pressure. Contentment, on the other hand, is the ability to find joy and satisfaction in the present moment. It is about appreciating what we have rather than always focusing on what we lack. Contentment does not mean giving up on our dreams or settling for less. Instead, it means finding peace and gratitude in our current circumstances, even as we work toward our goals. Contentment allows us to enjoy the journey, not just the destination. It helps us stay grounded and connected to the things that truly matter, like relationships, health, and inner peace. However, if we become too content, we might lose our drive to improve. We might settle into a comfort zone and stop challenging ourselves. This can lead to stagnation and missed opportunities. The key is to cultivate contentment without losing our desire to grow. So, how do we balance ambition and contentment? The first step is to understand that both are necessary for a fulfilling life. Ambition gives us direction and purpose, while contentment gives us peace and happiness. They are not opposites, but complementary forces. Think of them as two sides of the same coin. To find balance, we need to embrace both. One way to do this is to set meaningful goals that align with our values and passions. When our goals are rooted in what truly matters to us, they become more fulfilling and less stressful. At the same time, we need to practice gratitude and mindfulness, appreciating what we have while working toward what we want. This helps us stay grounded and prevents ambition from turning into obsession. Another important aspect of balancing ambition and contentment is managing our expectation. Life is unpredictable, and not everything will go as planned. Sometimes, despite our best efforts, we may not achieve our goals right away. This is where contentment comes in. Instead of feeling frustrated or defeated, we can choose to accept the situation and find joy in the process. This does not mean giving up on our dreams, but rather being flexible and patient. We can remind ourselves that setbacks are a natural part of life, and that every experience, whether good or bad, teaches us something valuable. By managing our expectations, we can maintain a healthy balance between striving for more and appreciating where we are. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy, offers valuable insights into balancing ambition and contentment. Stoics believed in focusing on what we can control and letting go of what we cannot. This mindset can help us stay ambitious without becoming overwhelmed by external pressures. For example, we can set goals and work hard to achieve them, but we should not tie our happiness to the outcome. Instead, we can focus on the effort we put in and the lessons we learn along the way. This way, even if we do not achieve our goals, we can still feel a sense of fulfillment and growth. Stoicism also teaches us to appreciate the present moment and find joy in simple things. By practicing gratitude and mindfulness, we can cultivate contentment without losing our drive to improve. Another useful approach is to redefine success. Often we measure success by external factors like wealth, status, or achievements. While these things can be important, they are not the only indicators of a meaningful life. True success is about living in alignment with our values, building strong relationships, and contributing to the world in a positive way. When we redefine success in this way, we can pursue our ambitions without feeling pressured to meet societal standards. We can focus on what truly matters to us and find joy in the process, rather than just the result. This shift in perspective can help us balance ambition and contentment more effectively. It is also important to take care of our mental and emotional well-being. Balancing ambition and contentment requires self-awareness and self-compassion. We need to listen to our inner voice and recognize when we are pushing ourselves too hard or neglecting our needs. Taking time to rest, reflect, and recharge is essential for maintaining balance. This might mean setting boundaries, saying no to unnecessary commitments, or simply taking a break when we feel overwhelmed. By prioritizing our well-being, we can stay motivated and focused without sacrificing our peace of mind. In addition, surrounding ourselves with supportive people can make a big difference. Having friends, family, or mentors who encourage us and remind us of our worth can help us stay grounded and motivated. They can offer perspective when we feel stuck and celebrate our successes with us. At the same time, it is important to distance ourselves from toxic influences that make us feel inadequate or constantly push us to do more. By building a positive and supportive network, we can create an environment that fosters both ambition and contentment. Finally, remember that balance is not a fixed state, but a continuous process. There will be times when we feel more ambitious, and other times when we feel more content. This is natural and part of being human. The key is to stay aware of our needs and adjust accordingly. If we notice that we are feeling stressed or overwhelmed, it might be a sign to slow down and focus on contentment. If we feel stuck or uninspired, it might be a sign to reconnect with our ambitions and set new goals. By staying flexible and attuned to our inner selves, we can navigate the ups and downs of life with grace and resilience. In conclusion, balancing ambition and contentment is one of the greatest challenges and opportunities in life. Both are essential for a fulfilling and meaningful existence. Ambition drives us to grow and achieve, while contentment allows us to find joy and peace in the present moment. By setting meaningful goals, practicing gratitude, managing our expectations, and taking care of our well-being, we can find a healthy balance between the two. Remember, life is not about choosing between ambition and contentment, but about integrating both into our journey. Embrace your dreams, appreciate where you are, and trust that you have the wisdom and strength to find the balance that works for you.